Another week goes by, and I remember this specifically because this is when I found out I was pregnant, okay? Hi guys. Hi guys, my name is Nicole, and in today's video I will be talking about my pregnancy journey. I'm not sure if I'll include the giving birth or having Kingston in this video because I have a lot to talk about during my pregnancy journey, or about my pregnancy journey, because your girl been through a lot. If you're interested on my pregnancy journey, what I experienced, how did I find out, when did I find out, all of that stuff, then just keep on watching. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. I know I lack on making videos, but it would really make me happy if you just subscribe and just maybe put the notification bell on, so you know when your girl's gonna upload, because your girl only uploads when she wants to and when she has time. If you guys didn't know, again, my name is Nicole and I am a mother. I did have my son Kingston. He is about to be 2 years old now. So this pregnancy journey, it was kind of hard to remember just because it's been about almost 2 years basically, since I was last pregnant. And I did start writing some notes down or like jotting down some notes just so that I can try not like left out some important stuff. So I do have a son named Kingston. He is about to be 2 years old. Just to start from the beginning, so how I even, you know, my symptoms or anything, how did I know I was pregnant? So there was a long period of time, long period I mean like 3 to 4 weeks, I was feeling really sick. Like I was feeling nauseous. I wanted to throw up all the time, and it wasn't even the morning, it was like an all day type of thing. And then I at first thought I was just getting sick, like, you know, a fever or a flu, but my temperature was fine. I didn't have any high fever or anything. I wasn't sweating or having like chills, anything like that. I was just literally just nauseous, and anything like that I eat, I just felt like throwing up, which was just so rare because I thought that something's wrong with me, you know, like I know something's wrong with me, maybe I'm just getting sick. No. And then I thought maybe I just got food poisoning. So at first I didn't think that I was pregnant because I was taking pregnancy tests within that 4 weeks. So I remember after 2 weeks of feeling like this, I was, you know what, I was taking medicine and everything, and it wasn't, you know, making me feel better. So then I took a pregnancy test, and I didn't tell RJ about this at the time just because I wasn't sure, you know, what to expect. Like I wasn't sure if I really am, or like what the heck's wrong with me. Maybe it's something really severe. Maybe I'm not even pregnant. It's just like something, you know, really bad in my system, and it's just not a fever or flu. It's like more worse, you know. So I didn't want to tell him at first because I didn't want him to freak out, or I didn't want him to worry. So I did take 2 pregnancy tests at that time, and this was after 2 weeks of feeling like this. They both said negative. Okay, so I immediately thought like, okay, so I'm not pregnant, I'm just really sick. But why am I not getting a high fever, or why am I not getting the chills or anything like that? And I mean, I would feel like throwing up, but I wouldn't really throw up my food, that makes sense. I just felt so nauseous. Okay, I was getting really worried about it, and RJ was aware of me feeling this way, and it never brought to our attention that, you know, maybe I might be pregnant. We just thought that it was just me getting like a virus or something like that. So another week passed by, because this is already like around 3 weeks, and I'm like, well, why am I not getting better? And I am working night shift at that time, so it was hard for me to just get some rest and just like lay down and just like, you know, catch up on my sleep, or just rest it out, or just drink a whole bunch of Gatorade. Like it was, I never really had time because I was doing so much overtime at that time also. A week goes by, so this is 3 weeks already feeling like this. I really thought that I had food poisoning because I took another pregnancy test and it was negative. So I was like, you know what, I just have food poisoning. I've never had food poisoning before. I just heard it from other people saying that their stomach hurts really bad and that they throw up. And for me, my tummy wasn't hurting. I wasn't having any cramps. I wasn't feeling bloated, anything like that. I did feel nauseous. I was kind of puking or like, you know, trying to puke it out, but I couldn't. But I just told myself I had food poisoning because I kept taking all these pregnancy tests and they were negative. So I told RJ after that time, after 3 weeks, I told him, you know what, I took a pregnancy test. I've been taking multiple tests and they all said negative. So he was really concerned and he was just like, okay, so why are you feeling like this? So then I was thinking maybe I just had food poisoning because at this time I was just eating a hella fast food, like junk food, all of that. I still do. But I mean, I really thought that that's just what I had. So, and then another week goes by and I remember this specifically because this is when I found out I was pregnant. Okay, so basically I forgot when exactly of the year, but there was this one day where me and my guy friends, we all hung out. I remember we all actually got together because one of our friends named Tyson, he was going to college in a different city, so he was never around, you know, in our hometown, and he wasn't in our hometown at that time. So we decided to all meet up and, you know, get together, hang out. So I went over, so I get to see Tyson and everyone. I think it was Tyson, Darren, Nick, because it was at Nick's house, and then Dexter, and I think there was someone else, I don't remember. But I remember we were all just hanging out there. And then this is the time when I brought up about RJ. Like, they knew about him, but they just never met him yet. And, you know, I did mention that, like, if we have if we have a baby, or if I end up being pregnant, it's okay. Because at this time in our relationship, we're basically ready. Like, if it happens, it happens. That's basically what someone's doing burnout or... Okay, anyways, we were basically ready for a child. We've talked about it so many times about when are we gonna have a child? Are we ready? What do I want? What does he want in the future? And we really had mutual you know, choices, and we really had the same thing, you know, same goals. We were just like, if it happens, it happens. I wasn't taking birth control. We weren't really using protection or anything. Like, we just, okay. I remember we brought it up when I was with my friends. I was like, you know what, if I might be pregnant, because I still haven't got my period and I've been feeling so sick, but I've been taking tests and they all say negative. So they're like saying like, oh, we can totally see you as a mom, blah, 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 because they all know that I really wanted to be a mother, or that's really one of my dream or my goals, is really to be a mother and have a child of my own. So right away when I said that, they all like were agreeing, and they're like, I can totally see you as a mom and all of that. So after hanging out with them that day, I remember me and RJ planned on having a date that day. So we ate at Mongolian barbecue. No, we ate Mongolian food. Like, it was like a Mongolian buffet type of style. I was so hungry that day. I just remember I just kept eating and eating, and I just felt so bloated. Like, I literally ate so much that I was like really questioning myself, like, why am I so hungry? Because I'm not on birth control, and birth control makes your appetite, you know, you get really hungry fast. And you know, I don't know what else would make me this hungry, because I'm always eating constantly. So I was just like, what's wrong with me? So we decided after, you know, eating our dinner, we would go to Walmart and get a pregnancy test. So that's what we did. Funny story is we went to Walmart for the pregnancy test. We walked out without a pregnancy test. So we had to walk back inside and get it, because we were walking around. We got all this other stuff but the test, and we didn't realize we didn't get the test till we were in the car ready to go. So we had to go back inside and get it, and it's just a hassle. So we got the test, and then what happened after that? Oh, we went back to his house and we were just hanging out. I didn't take the test right away just because I've had so many tests that said negative, so I wasn't so excited for this one, you know? Like, I didn't want to rush into it and be like, oh, maybe this time. Like, I just didn't want to be disappointed again, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so we were hanging out, and then finally I took the test, and I took 2 tests and they were both positive. Your girl was shook, okay? I was like, why is it all of a sudden showing that it's positive? Like, why is it all of a sudden showing that I'm pregnant when I've been feeling like this for literally a month, a little bit over a month? And I'm just like, why, you know? And come to find out, I was already like 6 to 7 weeks pregnant at this time. Right away when we found out I was pregnant, like, I remember I was crying so much. Me and RJ were laying down on his bed and we were just talking about everything, like what to expect, what should we do, what should, you know, we need to prepare ourselves. We were talking about literally everything, and I was just so scared because I don't know how to tell my mom. I don't know how my mom's going to react, how my sister's going to react, because I already know they're going to think that we did, you know, we already went through this relationship so quick. At this time we were just dating like a little over half a year, I think, and it's just like boom, right away I'm pregnant. But it all felt so right. Like, I knew right away that RJ was the one. And, you know, I'm just so grateful to even have the chance to meet him and all that. So I was just like, he's the one, he better knock me up, all of that. And then next thing you know, I am knocked up. I was already 6 weeks pregnant at that time, because a couple days later, I did go into a walk-in clinic and do some blood work just to verify really on paper that I'm pregnant. So we went to this local walk-in clinic and I had the blood work. They told me I was pregnant, and then they did a referral for me to a OBGYN because they didn't have any specialists there for that. So I started going to a clinic called Mommy and Me, and that's our local like OBGYN in our area, and that's where I was referred to. So I was going there for a couple months, and then it was fine. You know, I was just so like weirded out. I was just like, why? You know, why was I feeling like this? And then all my tests were negative. And then I remember the doctor at the walk-in clinic was basically saying that I can have false pregnancy tests. There's a lot of those that happen. Or I could have, because I guess when you're pregnant, there's something in your urine that catches it right away that makes it positive, or have the 2 lines. And I guess I just didn't produce enough for it to be shown in my urine. But I was already pregnant when I was taking all those tests beforehand. So it's just so crazy how like it all like ended up, because the whole time I knew I was pregnant, but it just kept saying negative. So I was like, no, maybe I just have food poisoning, you know? Like, I was just like second guessing myself. But like I said, I was going to Mommy and Me, and I was there for a couple months. And then right when it was about, I think I would say like 3 or 4 months, they referred me to a specialist because at my ultrasound they noticed that my placenta was too low. So at around 3 to 4 months, I guess your placenta is supposed to be pushed up, like more up, but mine was still positioned lower than it should be. So that was, I guess, like a hazard. It was something really critical, and it needed to have a specialist be looked over and all of that. So I was referred to a specialist, and this was in Riverside. I forgot what the office is called. They were a specialist for basically anything wrong with your pregnancy, from your fluids, from anatomy, anything like that. So I was going there now. That's where I was having my checkups. And then when they did their own ultrasound, they did see that my placenta was low, and that it was concerning because at this point in my pregnancy it was supposed to be higher. So I did have to take these tests every other day. I was literally there Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every week for this test. I don't know the exact term or the word for it, but it was like a water stress levels test, something like that. But basically I was being monitored for 30 minutes, the baby's heart rate, my heart rate, if I was having any contractions, anything like that. So and then after that 30 minutes of being monitored, they will do an ultrasound. And they would just check my fluids, my water levels, the placement of the placenta, if it changed, shifted, anything like that. So I really did get to see my baby at that time a lot because we were doing ultrasounds every other day. And then I just had appointments back to back. It was just so chaotic. And then it was time for the anatomy test, or the anatomy ultrasound test. So basically that's the ultrasound where they get to measure all the bones, the shape of the baby, the size of the baby, all the fingers, toes, anything like that. It's basically the anatomy ultrasound. So I remember doing the anatomy ultrasound and RJ couldn't be in the room with me, which was really weird for me at first, but I guess that's just how the procedure is for all anatomy ultrasounds. It just the doctor, or I'm sorry, it's just the person doing the ultrasound and the mom. So I was laying down doing the ultrasound and it was taking a while. I understand that they have to get every little bit of the baby, from the toes, counting all the fingers, you know, the length of the limbs and all of that. Like, they had to check everything. So I know it's gonna be taking a while, but for some reason it just felt longer than it should. It was almost like an hour to an hour and a half just laying there and having the lady take pictures of everything. And I just felt concerned at that point because I just felt like it was too long. And then the lady was done, and I remember I asked her, I was like, oh, is everything okay? You know, is there anything that I should be concerned about? And then she said, I'll have the doctor go over everything with you. I can't discuss anything with you. So I was like, at that point I was already like, okay, she saw something and she can't tell me. So at this point I was already freaking out. I was so stressed out. I was like, okay, what's going on? I had all these things in my mind. And you just want, you know, a healthy baby. That's all we want. So when I just had this dull answer, I was just like, okay. So then the doctor came in, and then he did went over all the pictures and everything. And then so there was something concerning about my baby at that time. You know, they check everything, and one thing that they saw was a gap between the big toe and the pointer toe of his feet. And it's just like a small gap. And I guess for any little, like, I wouldn't say defect, but like abnormal thing of the baby, it's considered critical, and that anything like that can be a result of a Down syndrome baby. So they told me it's only a certain percentage, and that is not guaranteed, because it's just, you know, maybe it's just a baby that just has the gap. But a lot of these things, or these, I don't know what to call it, a lot of these features basically do come from a Down syndrome baby. So when the doctor did tell me that, I wanted to cry right away, because, you know, RJ wasn't with me in the room and I had to hear it myself, just by myself. And then I don't know how to tell him. I was just like, I don't know. So, you know, I was already freaking out beforehand. And then when the doctor told me this, like, my heart dropped, because just knowing that it's a possibility of a Down syndrome baby, nothing wrong with the Down syndrome baby. I will still keep the baby no matter what. But it's just that the work and how hard it is to take care of the baby, of a Down syndrome baby, I wasn't sure I was ready for that. Because just having a normal baby is already so much work, and to have one that has, you know, some abnormalities, I don't know if that's a word, but like, it's just harder, and I don't know how to cope with it. I don't know how to react, because there's no one in our family or his family that have this kind of condition. So I have no experience whatsoever. I have experience of taking a regular baby, like a healthy baby like Renzo and Rocco when they were smaller. So I have experience in that. But when it comes to a baby that is Down syndrome, or a baby that has like Down syndrome or anything like that, I was just like, I don't know how to react. I don't know how to take care of. Where do I go? What do I do? Like, what equipment, like what treatments, what do I need to do to care for this baby? So I just was so shocked. I was so thrown off. I wasn't expecting that. So right away they did have me talk to a specialist that basically talks about the different chromosomes and all of that, like what's a Down syndrome baby, what causes it, and all of that. So we did talk to the specialist, and there was a test that I could have taken. I forgot what's the term, but maybe I'll put it right here. But it's basically that test where they do like this long ass needle and they poke it the middle of your baby so that they can get some of the fluids of the baby like in the placenta, and from that they can see on how many chromosomes or what's the difference of why your baby has this, you know, feature on their feet. So I don't want to get too technical about it, but I said no to that because, you know, it's not guaranteed, it's not recommended. It was just an option, and I understand that's their job. They have to say all the options, and this test is usually for pregnant moms that are 35 and older. So I was only 22 at this time, so I was just like, I was only 22 at this time, so I don't know, and this is my first baby. So you know, they did give me a week to think about it. There was another test that I can do through blood work, but I wouldn't get results back until I think it was like 6 to 7, no, it was like 10 weeks. So I did that one instead because I can do blood work. I did blood work like every other week during my pregnancy. I got the news of Kingston, of my baby having that feature. You know, I was just like, you know, there's nothing. I just know that day when I found out, I had work that same day, and I was so bummed out. Like I remember I was just thinking like, why? Like I felt like it was my fault for, you know, my baby having this feature. Like what did I do wrong? Oh my god, I'm trying not to cry, but I just kept thinking that it was my fault, and like I just didn't do something right. But you know, RJ just kept telling me like, don't worry about it, like it's fine, like we'll have a healthy baby, all of this. And you know, one quote or one thing that really stuck to me at this time was that God wouldn't put you through something that you can't handle. And I remember one of my coworkers told me that, and that really, I just kept repeating that to myself every day for the rest of my pregnancy, because I just did not want to stress more. I didn't want to worry about it, and I just wanted to have my baby, and I wanted to go full term. I just wanted a healthy baby. And you know, thank God for this ultrasound, because we would have never known. We would have never known for all his, you know, 5 fingers or 10 fingers, 10 toes, this little gap between his toes. Like it's nothing major, but like I said, it is their job to tell us, it's their protocol to tell us that, you know what, your baby has this. It can be a possibility of Down syndrome, not 100% guaranteed, but it's there. It is known to be a feature of Down syndrome babies. So I just knew that, like I said, God would never put us through something that we can't handle. And I feel like if this was a Down syndrome baby, it's fine. I will do whatever it takes, regardless if it was a normal baby, Down syndrome baby, if I had twins, whatever it is, I know I will give my 110%, because I've always, this is my dream. I'm basically living my dream. I was like, you know what, I'm happy regardless. I know that it's okay and we can move on from this. So at this time I was like 6 months pregnant, still doing the every other day test. And then at the beginning of my 8th month pregnancy, I was told that my placenta is finally in the right position. It took 8 months later that, you know, for the placenta to be pushed up, which is so weird. I think the reason why it was hard for me to, or it was hard for my body to adjust, is because my job at that time was that I'm on my feet 24/7. Like literally my whole 8 to 10 hour shift, I'm on my feet, I'm walking back and forth, so I'm moving all the time. So it's like, you know, it's hard for your body to adjust if you keep having all this weight being brought down, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I finally at 8 months I was okay to stop doing the water stress levels test, whatever that thing was called. And then I last minute changed hospitals. So at first I was supposed to give birth at Lake Arrowhead, but I changed last minute to Loma Linda, and I do not regret it at all. I freaking love Loma Linda. I love their ER, I love their pediatrics, their NICU, their PICU. I love everything about Loma Linda, so I'm really happy with my choice. I know it was really last minute. The reason why I changed last minute was because one of my sister's sons, she had one of her sons at Loma Linda, and it was like a really good experience. And just knowing about the staff already, how they work, procedures and everything, I just felt more safe doing it there, because the office or the clinic I was going to, their referral was for the Lake Arrowhead, which I've never heard of. It was kind of new. It was open within like 10 years at that time. So I've never been there. I had no idea who works there, what kind of people there are there. Like, I had no idea. So I wasn't 100% safe, or like, I just didn't feel like it was right to have him there. So and Loma Linda was a little bit closer. So yeah, so last minute I did change OBGYN. I had Dr. Young at Loma Linda, and I loved her. I only saw her like 4 or 5 times, and it was alternating with her nurse practitioner, but that doctor was amazing. I love her. I remember she reminded me of a character, or like an actress in, what is that show called? Grey's Anatomy. I remember one of the appointments my sister-in-law came with me, and she totally agreed that she looked like exactly that actress. I'll put a picture of who it is. But I absolutely love the staff there. I love the doctor. She was really nice, very informative. I mean, you know, my first 2 clinics, they were very informative as well, but I just felt like it was like they weren't really concerned about my comments or what I'm concerned about, or anything like that. Like, they'll give me information about it, but they won't make me feel like I'm at home, or that they don't like comfort me enough, you know, being a first-time mom. So being at Loma Linda, like, I just felt such a huge difference in customer service and care, all of that. Like, I'm telling you, I totally recommend Loma Linda. Okay, I don't want to leave anything else out. Sorry, my camera died because I was talking too much. But where did I leave off of? So I did leave off of Loma Linda. So I did finish the rest of my checkups at Loma Linda. I know I've been all over the place with this video. I tried to keep on track, but it's hard when, you know, it's a whole 9 months. You gotta put it in one video. But basically, my symptoms throughout the whole pregnancy, the first 3 months was horrible. I had really bad, like, nausea. Like, I was wanting to throw up all day, every day. It wasn't morning sickness for me. It was literally all day, every day. And this was going on for 3 to 4 months straight, okay? And I was so sick of it. Oh my God, I remember every time I would brush my teeth, I wanted to throw up. I was gagging and I just threw up. Literally every other time I would brush my teeth, because I don't know what it is, but brushing your teeth, like, during your, like, while you're pregnant, is so hard. Like, it's so, I don't know what it is, but I just wanted to throw up. Every time I brushed my teeth, I was having such cravings. I ate all ube everything, like from ube shakes, ube cupcakes, ube, like, boba, everything ube. I was eating ube so much. And then sushi, not like raw sushi, just a California roll deep fried. Oh my God, I was having that so much. And another thing is Taco Bell. Your girl was having Taco Bell, no joke, every other day. Like, that was like my #1 craving, was Taco Bell, sushi, and anything ube. Like, I was craving all of that all the time. And how much weight I gained? Your girl gained 66 pounds. Girl, I was 101, or I started off as 101, 105, and then once I hit my 9 month of pregnancy, I was like 67, almost 70 pounds heavier. So it's just crazy because, you know, my baby's only like what, 5-6 pounds. The rest is just water weight, fat weight, anything, pregnancy weight. So yeah, your girl gained about 66 to 70 pounds. What else? Oh, another thing I was really experiencing throughout my whole pregnancy was these leg cramps. I don't know what's the specific term, but I was having these leg cramps, you know, when you're sleeping and then all of a sudden you get this really bad like cramp on your calf, like the back of your calf. Oh my God, I was getting that almost every night. I would wake up in the middle of the night crying because it hurt so bad. And I remember I told my nurse, my doctor about it. They said it's totally normal, and to try and prevent it is to drink a whole bunch of water on top of how much you're supposed to take, which was like 16 cups or something like that per day. And I was drinking so much water because I was really trying to prevent it because it hurt so bad. And I was crying because like I would go to work and it's like throbbing, and then it's like whenever you walk you can just feel it sore and stuff. It was just, oh my God, I hated that so much. That's one thing that I wish I never experienced through pregnancy. Everything else is fine. The nausea, trying to puke and stuff, like I'll deal with that. But that muscle spasm thingy on your calf while you sleep, oh, that shit hurts, okay? I hated it. And I had to deal with that almost every single day the whole pregnancy. So definitely don't miss that. What else? Oh yeah, so like I said, I was feeling nausea, like, you know, wanting to throw up 3 to 4 months, and that was all day every day. After that it kind of slowed down. I did feel nausea, or I did feel like throwing up when I eat a lot. I was having a lot of heartburn, but it wasn't like an all day thing. It was just basically when I was eating too much, I just felt like it was up to here and I just wanted to get it all out, you know. I don't know what else to say about throughout my pregnancy, but oh, I was able to get a month off before my due date. So I'll talk about my due date and all of that in the part 2 video, but I did basically get off work a month before my due date. So I was able to get ready, get everything ready, wash his clothes, get any last minute stuff. Oh, my baby shower. I had a baby shower at my sister's house, and I invited all of RJ's friends. He had so many friends that came over, and I'm so thankful and grateful for all of them because they all brought stuff and they're all so loving. Like, they're so nice. But I also invited my friends. I don't have a lot of friends, but I had friends that came, and you know, everyone, all I really asked for my baby shower or for us gifts was just gift cards and diapers, which I got a whole bunch of diapers and wipes. Our diapers and wipes was literally packed inside our closet, our own closet. I remember we had it on shelves and the shelf broke. Oh my God, I don't even know if I still have that video, but we had all the wipes and the diapers and all the shelves fell because of how heavy it was. The diapers, literally all the diapers we got, it lasted us almost 10 months. Yeah. It lasted us almost 10 months, like almost when he was 1 year old. And you know, babies use so much diapers, so we got so much diapers. And the wipes, we barely finished the wipes like a couple months ago. Like, that's so crazy because Kingston's about to be 2 and we had hella wipes. So if you have a baby shower, just ask for diapers, gift cards, and wipes. Literally, that will save you so much money because diapers are expensive. And I had so much fun at my baby shower. We knew the gender of the baby, but everyone else didn't. We kind of wanted to keep it a secret. Your girl could not keep that a secret. I needed to know my gender of my baby. And it happened to be a boy, which we all know, me and my friends, we all know that I wanted to have a boy first, which I'm so... like, I'm seriously living my dream. Like, no joke. I'm seriously happy because I'm a mother. My first child is a boy. Is a son. Is a boy. Like, I'm so happy that I was able to even, you know, be pregnant, to give birth, to have this baby, because I know some people that aren't able to, you know, conceive, or they're not able to carry the baby, which I swear, like, my heart goes out to them, because I don't know how I would react, how I would be in that position. I had a couple friends that had miscarriages, and I'm always there listening to their stories, and it just breaks my heart. Like, I want to cry already, but it just breaks my heart, because I want them to be able to carry the baby. I want them to be able to, you know, witness this, to experience all of this, because it's such an amazing thing. And I'm just so blessed that I'm able to even be a part of it, to be a part of the motherhood, to be able to, you know, get pregnant. So yeah. I hope I didn't leave anything out. I know this video was all over the place, but I tried to keep it in track, keep it in order. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, because I am more than happy to help you out, to tell you about my experience, to give you my advice, any comments, anything like that. Because when I was pregnant, your girl was watching hella videos about other people's pregnancy, you know, experience, different diaper bags, you know, that was recommended, what to expect, what to experience, what to, you know, to make you feel more comfortable. Like, I watched all kinds of videos because I wanted to prepare myself. I wanted to have more knowledge, to know more, and to see other people's experience. And, you know, this is mine, and I want to help other pregnant moms out there. So yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know, put it down below, ask me on Instagram. My Instagram's Nicole. What's my Instagram? Nicole.Eclar. That's Nicole.Eclar. Everything's in the description bar. Also, can you like this video for me recording? Because your girl never has time to record. As you can see, I don't have Kingston because it is Thursdays, and I usually don't have him on Thursdays. He is with one of his grandmas, having usually a sleepover. So but that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really hope this was informative or interesting to you, to mommies out there or soon to be mommies, anything like that. Like, I just really hope that this video did something out there. If you haven't already, please subscribe below and turn on your post notifications if you want to. Watch out for the part 2 of this. I will be talking about my labor experience, my hospital experience, giving birth, anything like that. I will be talking about it. I will be talking about that in the next video. So don't forget to follow me on Instagram. If you have any questions, hit me up on there or down below. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.